What's up everybody, I'm Logan from Sleepopolis.com and today I'm reviewing the Tuft Needle mattress. I'm going to give you some recommendations, complaints, who I think would benefit from this mattress and who should stay away. Basically everything you need to know, so stay tuned to find out if the Tuft Needle is right for you. I'm going to be running a few tests you won't see anywhere else to give you a better sense of the Tuft Needle, but if there's anything I don't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, a few notes right off the bat. I've previously reviewed the Tuft Needle back in late 2017, but I wanted to get a refreshed look at the mattress. Tuft Needle also makes a mattress called the Tuft Needle Mint, and I'll touch briefly on it later on in the review. And also I wanted to point out that Tuft Needle is actually one of the best value buys in the online mattress world, with prices ranging from $350 for the twin size all the way up to $750 for the king size mattress. It's a pretty good deal. But enough notes, let's talk about what it feels like to actually lie on a Tuft Needle mattress. Now, of course, the first thing you're wondering when you're looking at a new mattress is what does it feel like to actually lie on? Now, like I said before, I have previously tested out the Tuft Needle back in 2017, and I gotta say, I was surprised when I tested it out this time that it's firmer than I remembered. It's in that like 7 to 7.5 range. I kind of remembered it more as like a medium firmness, so this is definitely on the firmer side from what I expect out of a lot of bed-in-a-box foam mattresses. That's nice for back sleepers, for stomach sleepers, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit. Now, lying on my back, my weight's pretty evenly distributed. I do feel myself sink in just a little bit. It is a foam mattress, so you get a little bit of a contouring feel from their proprietary Tuft Needle foam. But really, I think it did a good job of supporting my hips. It kept my spine aligned in a good position. I think it's a nice mattress for back sleepers. Now, here we're rolling onto my side. I didn't feel stuck in the mattress. There's good mobility on it, so I didn't really have to fight the mattress at all to roll onto my side. But one thing that you want to be careful of as a side sleeper is firm mattresses, because you basically get kind of jammed up and your shoulders can get some pressure built up there, and it can also kind of throw your back out of alignment if you're a side sleeper on a firmer mattress. You know, I think combo side sleepers that just kind of roll onto their side for a little bit of the night aren't going to have to worry too much about pressure. We'll take a closer look at pressure later on in the review, but if you are a strict side sleeper, I think you're probably going to need something with a little bit more of a plush feel or a little softer feel. The Tuft Needle Mint is probably more in line with that soft feel that side sleepers are going to look for. Now, rolling onto my stomach, back to the benefits of a firm mattress like this. Basically, stomach sleepers are kind of the opposite of side sleepers and generally like firm mattresses, so their hips don't sink too far in. I think that the Tuft Needle did a really good job of supporting my hips when I was on my stomach, kept my back in a good alignment, so there you go. I think the Tuft Needle has kind of like a 7.5 out of 10 firmness, and it's good for back and stomach sleepers. Now, instead of just taking my word for it, I wanted to give you a few objective tests on what the Tuft Needle actually feels like. So the first test is the pressure map test. I run it on all of the mattresses that I review. Basically, I put a pressure map down on top, I lie down on it in a few different positions, and you'll see the results ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Now, I start out on my back, and usually what I see is blue across the board, and that's exactly what we see here with the Tuft Needle. It's less about kind of anything different. I just want to make sure that nothing really stands out in this position. Now, changing onto my side is where we start to see some interesting results, because it is, in my opinion, a little bit on the firmer side, kind of in that 7 to 7.5 range. I did start to feel a little bit higher pressure when I was just laying on the mattress, and you can see that it does raise the pressure into that green area on the pressure map. This is actually a little bit less pressure on the pressure map than I was expecting to see, so I was kind of surprised by that during this portion of the review. Again, there is still a little bit of a firmer feel, so side sleepers are going to want to watch out for that. Now, rolling onto my stomach, again, my weight's evenly distributed, like lying on my back, so you can see that it's blue across the board, so there's really no specific pressure points in this position. That's pretty much what I was expecting out of the Tuft Needle. Now, this next test is designed to let you know if you're going to feel like you're sitting on top of or sinking into bed when you're on the Tuft Needle. It's the Sinkage Test, and in it I use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities to simulate different body parts and check to see how far into the mattress they sink. Now, over there we have a 6-pound medicine ball filled with sand, simulates a lighter body part, 10-pound steel ball, it's the densest ball I used during this test. There we have a 50-pound medicine ball. It simulates kind of that shoulder or hip area on your body. And then we have the 100-pound medicine ball. If you're a bit bigger, simulates kind of that center mass of your body. Now, I was pretty interested to see how this turned out, and I can tell you that there's actually, other than the 6-pound ball, which comes in as pretty average sinkage, across the board for the rest, there's actually less sinkage on the Tuft Needle than I see when I'm testing other bed-in-a-box foam mattresses, other mattresses in general. So I'll put the results up on screen here. But in general, I'm seeing that you're gonna feel more on top of the Tuft Needle than you will in it. I also ran a bounce test. There's pretty good mobility on the Tuft Needle, so you're gonna feel feel more on top of the Tuft Needle. You're gonna be able to roll around. You're not gonna feel stuck in this mattress at all. Now, another test that I ran is the motion transfer test. Basically, I take that same 10-pound steel ball, drop it from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches, and that's gonna simulate someone kind of getting into and out of bed, rolling around in the middle of the night. And on the other side of the mattress where you might be sleeping, I put a seismometer down, which kind of measures the disturbance transferred across the mattress with each of those drops. I gotta say, it was pretty average results when I'm testing it against other foam mattresses, other mattresses in general. Not bad, but with a firmer feel and some good bounce to the mattress, you're gonna get a little bit more disturbance transferred across the mattress. Again, I would say kind of in that average range. Now, to give you a better idea of where the feel of the Tuft Needle comes from, I've peeled back the cover to show you the materials in the layers below. Now, first about that cover, it's a really straightforward polyester cover. It doesn't affect the feel of the mattress at all. It's pretty thin, so it's pretty breathable, which is nice because it's gonna allow airflow through it for cooling. Now, underneath the cover, we have the comfort layer of the mattress, which is about 3 inches of Tuft Needle's proprietary foam. It's a poly foam. It's got this quicker response to pressure, so you're gonna be able to change positions, roll around without feeling stuck in the material. It's got about a medium firmness. Again, the mattress comes in at like a 7 to 7.5 out of 10 on the firmness scale. Now, the interesting thing about this is that they've included a cooling gel in the comfort layer. So Tuft Needle is really big on cooling. It's got this breathable cover. It's got the cooling gel in the comfort layer, so it's not going to trap body heat in the same way that like memory foams and things like that would. Now, it's a really no frills design, so right after the comfort layer, you have this high density polyfoam base, really firm material. It's really common in a lot of bed-in-a-box mattresses to use high density polyfoam as the support layer of the mattress, gives the mattress its shape. The only thing that I would point out about the quick transition from the comfort layer to the high density polyfoam base is if you're a bit bigger and you push straight through the comfort layer of the mattress, you're probably gonna bump up against just straight into the high density polyfoam base, which is gonna make it feel just that much firmer than you would if you had, say, like a transition layer here that gives you more cradling support. Now, if you're checking out mattress reviews online, I'm assuming the Tuft Needle isn't the only mattress you're looking at, so I'm gonna give you a little bit of information on some of their biggest competitors. First up is the Casper mattress, which is another all-foam bed-in-a-box option. They use a latex layer of foam over a memory foam, so you get a nice kind of pressure relief without having to worry about getting stuck in that memory foam layer. They also use this thing called zone support, so it's a little bit softer at the shoulder areas, so when you roll onto your side, there's a little bit more sinkage for pressure relief. Overall, a nice foam feel that's good for combo sleepers. And the queen size version of the Casper mattress comes in at about $1,000, but if you use the code Sleepopolis, you'll save $75 at checkout. Next up is the purple mattress. Now, the original purple bed-in-a-box is most in line with the Tuft Needle. Now, Purple's claim to fame is their use of this hyper-elastic polymer material that only they use. It's a really bouncy material that sleeps pretty cool. I find that the grid structure that they set it up in provides a nice medium feel in multiple positions, as well as some good pressure relief. And now a queen size version of the purple mattress comes in at $1,000. Now, those are really quick hits on two of Tuft Needle's biggest competitors, but if you want more head-to-head information, you can go Sleepopolis and Tuft Needle versus Casper or Tuft Needle versus Purple, and you're gonna see my full comparisons there. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the video that Tuft Needle also makes another model. It's called the Tuft Needle Mint. Now, that's also a bed-in-a-box mattress. It's a little bit taller than the Tuft Needle. It has an extra layer of what they call adaptive foam, which they've included in the Mint for a little bit more pressure relief. Now, I actually think that the Tuft Needle Mint is a little bit softer than the Tuft Needle, which means it's a little bit better for side sleepers. And another thing they've added in that mattress is a reinforced edge support, which is a really nice thing for couples because you're going to be able to sleep a little bit closer to the edge without worrying about collapsing the side of it, rolling out of bed or anything like that. So it makes the bed feel a little bit bigger. Now, in terms of price, it is a bit more expensive than the original Tuft Needle, with the queen size version coming in at about $1,000 after discounts. Now, if you've been watching this video the whole time, I'm sure you're wondering, what are the pros and cons of buying the Tuft Needle? Now, some of the reasons I would recommend that you buy the Tuft Needle: first off, it is a great value buy. Now, a lot of the bed-in-a-box foam mattresses are coming in for queen sizes right around $1,000, but the queen size version of the Tuft Needle comes in at just under $600, which is a really good buy, and it uses pretty quality materials even for that low price. So again, great value. Now, I would also recommend it to back and stomach sleepers. It's got that firmer feel to it, that stronger support, so that's gonna be a real nice boost for back and stomach sleepers who are worried about their hips kind of going out of alignment, keeping your spine aligned in a good position. And my third point of why I think it's a good choice for you is that it sleeps pretty cool. A lot of foam mattresses, a lot of bed-in-a-box foam mattresses get this reputation of trapping body heat, causing you to overheat during the middle of the night. The cooling gel on the Tuft Needle foam and the construction of the mattress combines really well with the thin, breathable cover to give you a really cool sleeping environment. Now, while I do really like the Tuft Needle, I don't think it's the perfect mattress for everybody, so some of my complaints about the mattress or reasons I don't think you should buy a Tuft Needle is that I just think it's too firm for side sleepers. Again, if you're a side sleeper, you have this increased weight concentration that's going to cause you to push into a mattress, so you need to find a plusher feel to it so that you can sink in and don't feel jammed up at the shoulders. I think the Tuft Needle Mint is probably the better way to go if you are a side sleeper. I also don't think it's the greatest choice for heavier sleepers. While it does have a firmer feel to it, if you are in that kind of 250 plus pound range, you're probably gonna push straight through the Tuft Needle foam on top. You're not gonna get those benefits. You should probably look for something with more firm coil support, a little bit more bounce there. Now, if you're interested in buying a Tuft Needle, I want to give you a little information on that. Basically, there is a 100-night trial period, so you can have it in your home just over 3 months, deciding whether or not it's the best mattress for you. And in terms of a warranty, you want to check out what it covers online, but it does have a 10-year warranty, which is kind of the average for the bed-in-a-box market that I've seen. In terms of shipping, it does ship free and it will arrive compressed in a box. When you let it out of the box, you're going to want to let it expand for a couple hours, if not overnight, before you sleep on it to get the kind of full effects of kind of expanding and the correct firmness and the support there. Now, in terms of price, it comes in at $595 for a queen size mattress. And I can tell you that Tuft Needle has priced it at a point that they don't usually run any deals, including any kind of President's Day deals or anything like that, because it is at such a value price. So that's it for my review of the Tuft Needle. Again, if there's anything I didn't cover, just leave a comment below. Now, if your mattress search continues, please subscribe to the Sleepopolis YouTube channel because we're gonna keep putting out more mattress reviews. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you don't miss any of our sleep news or giveaway announcements. And check out sleepopolis.com for all of your sleep needs.